Hello and welcome to the United Community Channel, and we're back. The Premier League is back. Come on. Absolutely buzzing to be back, guys. And I tell you one thing, this is going to be a big game today. Talk about an important game for Man United and Newcastle, you would have to say as well, and a huge game for the top four race, and it's going to be a big one. It really is. But you're all welcome, guys. Thanks to everybody who's joining. I see loads of people in already, so please smash a like on the video, hit the follow button, subscribe button if you're new, but you're all more than welcome. But look, like I said, let's jump straight into it. Huge game today in the top four race, and I think if we're looking at either side for Manchester United, I think if we can get 3 points today in James's Park, I think top four is pretty much sewn up. If we can't, and if we end up losing, Newcastle go ahead of United in the Premier League. So it's going to be really interesting to see what way the game goes. Hopefully we can get the 3 points on the board. Would I take a draw now? I never liked to say I would take a draw, and I wouldn't take a draw, but I wouldn't be overly disappointed if we got a draw, to be quite honest with you, because it keeps us in the same distance away from Newcastle, keeps us in the driving seat. But we're back. Happy days. Let's run through the team news. Some interesting team news as well, guys, for you in relation to Manchester United, of course. But obviously, David De Gea starts in the goal. We have Diogo Dalot at right back. Aaron Wan-Bissaka is ill, supposedly, according to Ten Hag. We've got Varane, Martinez and Luke Shaw to make up the rest of the back four. In midfield then, we've got Scott McTominay, Marcel Sabitzer and Bruno Fernandes. And then the three up front then, we've got Anthony on the right, Rashford on the left, Weghorst through the middle. And as we said before, you know, we've seen Weghorst playing the 10 before, Bruno plays on the right, Rashford plays through the middle, Anthony plays off the left, you know what I mean? So it could be fluid, you know, but let's see how it goes. But that looks like the way it's going to set up. I'll give you Newcastle's team as well. Nick Pope in goal, Trippier, Botman, Schär and Dan Burn make up the back four as to be expected. 3 in midfield, Longstaff, Guimaraes and Willock. And then the 3 up front then, Murphy, St. Maximin and Isaac comes back and is starting up front for Newcastle. So that's a strong team as well for Newcastle, you'll have to say. Aaron is in, good to see you, pal. Ben is there as well. So good to see everybody. And of course, look, Manchester United are missing. Adam, thanks for the gift. Really appreciate it, pal. Manchester United are missing Casemiro today. You know, it's his first league game ban. So he's got this game and 2 more to go. So it's going to be, it feels like a lifetime ago that he actually got sent off and the ban was put in place. So, yeah, but look, it's going to be really interesting. Really looking forward to see what happens. Did you eat my Easter egg?
A tiny bit left.
Did you eat my Easter egg? Who's that there? Say hiya to everybody. Say hiya, wave. Hi, wave hi. Hi. Good girl. Now go on, run along. Good girl. We'll see you later. Go on with mommy. Bye. Go on.
Come on, let's go.
Come on, you have to go on now. Good girl. I don't want to have to give out to you on camera now. Go on.
Come on, we go watch the football in the kitchen.
Good girl. Joys of it.
No, you leave that Easter egg there for Daddy, because that was his and you ate.
Now, there you go. Don't eat Daddy's Easter egg. Rule number 1 in this house. Anyway, back to where we were. Going to be a huge game. Casemiro is missing. But look, really looking forward to it. If we can get 3 points on the board, it's going to be huge. Let's see who we got in on TikTok. Great to see so many people in, guys. Smash the like button. Let's try get to 10,000 likes before the game starts. We can do it. Smash the like button. Tap the screen a few times. Hit the follow button if you're new to the channel as well. Adam is in. Dean is there. Michael is there. Sean, Mark, King Bob, Newcastle fan. You're all welcome, guys. Never stop lifting. I think United have got a good chance today, says Collie. Says big game. Even a point I'd be happy with. Stephen says I think we'll be a draw. Noel says, from my point of view, can see United win 3-0. There we go. You look like Jude. Jude who? Jude Bellingham. All right. I'm about 15 years older than him, so I'll take it. Let's see what other people are saying here. Let's see. Oh, Pat, a miserable git. Pat, you go and get a new aftershave yet? You fucking donkey. Anyway, Stasier says, I like to see McTominay get a run up front for a change after his performances for Scotland. Scott McTominay is not going to be playing up front. You know, I like whatever about him playing maybe in a more advanced position in midfield. He's not going to be playing up front. Like the manager, Ten Hag, sees him day in, day out, week in, week out in training. So I don't see why he would, change now. So, look, I did want to throw one little stat at you as well. And it doesn't make for good reading as a United fan. So, Manchester United's defensive form away from home in the Premier League this season hasn't been that good. So goals conceded have been 27 away from home, which is 17th. We're ranked 17th in the league for that. Expected goals against us away from home is 19.88, which is 10th. Shots faced is 178, which is 9th. Shots on target faced 66, which again is 9th. And save ratio 59.1%, which is 17th. So it doesn't make for good reading away from home. So look, Scott McTominay and Sabitzer, they're showing here now, are getting warmed up, and I think Ten Hag has gone for height. I've said this a few times before. Now we did see McTominay play. I think did McTominay start the EFL Cup final? I think, and then he got substituted at half time. And I think it goes to show that Ten Hag likes to go for height against teams like Newcastle. Sorry, it was against Southampton, I think he went with McTominay. Very similar when you have someone like James Ward-Prowse or someone like Kieran Trippier, and they are dangerous from set pieces. Ten Hag tends to like to go big. He likes to put big men in. And I think that's why we're seeing the likes of Scott McTominay start so many of these games. Obviously, if Casemiro was there, he wouldn't be playing. So... but look, I hope he gets on well. Look, he's had a really, really positive couple of weeks on international duty. So if he can carry over half of that form into today's game, he'll be doing okay. You know what I mean? But look, I'm looking forward to seeing how him and Sabitzer gets on, because there's going to be a lot of work rate. Like, Newcastle's midfield, I think that Gamiresh player is a player. He's a serious player, I have to say. I really do like him. So I think the winning and losing of this game is going to be in two different areas. In the midfield, central midfield is going to be vitally important that we win that midfield battle. And I think how Rashford fares out on that left-hand side against Kieran Trippier is going to be really important as well. Because we know Kieran Trippier loves to push on, loves to get high up the field, loves to link up, get crosses in, all of that kind of stuff. And I think if Rashford can pin him back, and maybe just, if we say to ourselves today, Rashford, you just go, just stay up high. Because if he's running in against Shar and Kieran Trippier is caught one-on-one, that's going to be a real big advantage for us. You know what I mean? So let's see what happens. Lass and Craig, thanks for the gifts, guys. Really appreciate the gifts flying in there. Really do appreciate it. But you're all more than welcome. Let's see what people are saying here. Get your score predictions in as well, guys. Let me know what you think in relation to a score prediction. United, Newcastle, draw. Let me know what way you think it's going to go. Get your score predictions in there. User says 7-0, getting in there early. Dale says, how much of that is when Cass isn't playing though? More pressure on our defence when he's not. That is true. But this is throughout the whole season as well. Ben says, Ten Hag, just say you're playing to be here next year now. Go prove you want to be here. Little white lie didn't hurt no one. Yeah, absolutely. And Alex is in as well. Good to see you, Alex. Now, let's see what people are saying here. Michael is saying 1-1. Craig is saying 2-2. Adam is saying 2-1. It'll be tough. Sandy is saying 2-1 United. 2-1 United, says the medium. Ray is saying 3-1 United. Oreva 2-0. 3-1 win to United, says Tomiwa. Owen says 2-1. Mark says 2-1. Fletch says 2-1. I mean, a lot of people going with United here. I like that confidence. I like the confidence coming out of everybody. I don't think this is going to be an easy game at all. I really don't. If I'm going with a score prediction, I'm going to go with a 1-0 win to Manchester United. I don't think this is going to be easy at all. St James's Park is a hard place to go on the best of days. Let alone going to a Newcastle team that are really, really solid at the back. Alright, they do struggle for goals up front, but Isaac being back on the other end, look, let's see how it goes. I'm going 1-0 to United. I think it's going to be a very close game. I really do. What channel is the game on? Sky Sports, guys. We're watching it on Sky Sports. And kickoff is at 4 p.m. So, 4:30. I do apologise. So, just under 20 minutes to go. Mrs. B says, I look like Ericsson. Alright, so that's Ericsson and Bellingham, I've been told I look like on this stream. Only one of them is similar age to me. I'll let you guess which one. Let's see. Newcastle have only lost 3 games in the league. Won't be a pushover, says Jack. Absolutely not. What do you think about McTominay starting? Look, I trust the manager. If the manager wants him to start, then let's go for it. We will judge his performance later in relation to how he gets on and, if the decision was a right decision. But he's getting an opportunity now. Go and take it. There's been talks of, potentially moving on in the summer. I don't know if he's resigned to the fact that he might be moving on. So let's see. Let's see what way he takes it. If it was me personally, and there was reports of me being moved on from Manchester United, and I came up through the youth academy and all of that, I'd be fighting tooth and nail every opportunity I got on the pitch to go out and just bust the gut, and try and prove everyone wrong and try and stay in the team. Carol is in. Good to see you. We have half-time potatoes, don't we? We certainly do. I don't have them in with me, but I'll go get them. There's a bag just sitting there ready to go. Dale says, don't let the Scotland games fool you. He's a donkey. Chris says, I'm here. Let the party begin. Good to see you're keeping your modesty there, Chris, as well. Nice and modest, bye. You're more than welcome, pal. What's the lineup? Yeah, so to give you the lineup one more time, guys. David De Gea in goal. Dalot, Varane, Martinez and Shaw. Sabitzer, McTominay and Bruno. And then Anthony, Rashford and Weghorst, 3 up front. So let's see who we've got in the bench. It's a tame enough bench. Bishop, Butland, Lindelof, Maguire, Malacia, Fred, Pellistri, Martial and Sancho. I think Garnacho is injured. Let me just double check. I've seen something about it, but I just want to double check. Viva Garnacho. We got Martial back though, which is good. I think, haven't we? Yeah, we do. We've got Martial back. I don't know. I haven't seen anything there about anyone else here anything on Garnacho. Let me know in the chat there. Let me know in the chat anything on Garnacho. He's not on the bench, so let's see. But I haven't heard anything. Martial is awful, says Luke. I would disagree with you on that one, Luke. I don't think he's awful. He's played really good this season anytime he's played. He just can't stay fit, Any news about the sale, says Aaron? No, still waiting on the Glazers. They're deliberating on the last round of bids. So I reckon we'll find out maybe in the next week or so. Joe says Garnacho was injured down in the corner against... Oh, sure, of course he was. What am I thinking? Thanks, Joe. Sorry, yeah, I apologise. I totally forgot that Garnacho got a pretty serious injury. So he's going to be out for a few weeks. Apologies. Forgot about that. Chris has been trying to catch the newscasts all week. We didn't do on Friday, but I done one Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. But look, Chris, there's no panic on getting them live. I mean, they're there. If you want to look back on them, I know, obviously you're on a different time scale to us, but look, I mean, if you have to look back on them later in the day, but yeah, anybody who's interested, guys, we do a morning news show at 10 a.m. Monday to Friday. Obviously, as much as we can. There's been the odd day that I can't do it. Obviously, I do have a full-time job as well, so but yeah, if you want to join in on a weekday morning at 10 a.m, we're live going through all of the latest news. Give it a watch back on YouTube later in the day then as well. If that's something you like, go check them out. Commander Red says Noah. Dale says second half Fred for a goal. I wouldn't mind that. Ben says Delo is a lucky boy today. Had Aaron Wan-Bissaka's name on it all day. Absolutely. I mean, that's an area of concern now, I would say. Not a massive area of concern, but like we've seen how good of a job Wan-Bissaka done against Alan St. Maximin in Wembley in the Carabao Cup final, and you know, I think everybody had Wan-Bissaka in their predicted lineup, so it's going to be interesting to see how Delo gets on. Now again, going back to what we said previously with McTominay, Delo is another guy that will have a point to prove. You know, he started off the first half of the season really, really well, and Wan-Bissaka didn't get a sniff in at right back, and I think he got an injury and he never came back the same, really. So, look, he's going to have to prove himself again, because there's been a lot of talk about the right back area being improved in the summer, potentially as well. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Oshin is in. Good to see you, pal. Veghorst tap in Fred Screamer 2-0, says Dale. Love it, man. Love it. Chris says Man United back. That means members chats are back. They are. We're going to be doing a members only chat on Thursday night. We've got no Europa League this week, don't we not? No, it's the week after. Yeah, so members chats are back this Thursday, guys. For anybody who wants to join and come on the screen live with us, you can. Anybody else who's watching who wants to become an official member of the YouTube channel, the link is in the description. Go check out some of the options there, but you get an opportunity to come live on the screen with us, or just stay in the chat, but they're for members only, so go check out the options. Link is in the description. Liam is in. Kickoff is past, yeah. It certainly is. News clip said they clocked Delo as the fastest back in the Premier League this year. Really? The fastest right back? I would have said Kyle Walker from Man City, but all right, fair enough. I'll take your word for it. Oshin says 2-1 United. Might go 1-0 down, but Veghorst and Anthony second half. Brilliant. I'm loving the positivity in the chat, guys. I really am. Noah says Veghorst is very underrated. He does not score a lot of goals, but he has good performances. I couldn't agree more with you, Noah. I think he's getting an awful lot of unfair criticism from fans, especially. I think he's been vital to the way that Ten Hag wants to play this season. He holds up the ball very well. He links up the play really well. Okay, he's not scoring an awful lot of goals. You would like him to be scoring more, of course. But I think he's done okay. I really have. 3-2 United, says Chris. Veghorst 2 and Rashford 1. De Gea wants a few clean sheets over negotiations. Yeah, it's always handy, isn't it? It's always handy. 3 points in James's Park, says always football, hopefully. John is in, good to see you, pal. 2-0 today, he says. But yeah, happy days. Great to see so many people on TikTok as well, guys. Closing in on 5,000 likes. Keep tapping the screen. Gets more people into the chat. And if you're new to the channel, do hit the follow button. Daily Manchester United content. All of the watch-alongs throughout the season. And as I say on all of the lives, if you want to get the full experience, anybody that's watching on TikTok, we've got the full experience over on YouTube. We've got the starting 11 on the screen, the scoreboard, the timer, all of that good stuff. Link is on my homepage, or just search United Community Channel on YouTube. Go over there, hit subscribe, get into the chat, get involved. If you want the full experience, we're over there. But 26 people watching on YouTube, guys, and only 9 likes. Take a second, hit that thumbs up button for me. Helps the channel out an awful lot. Let's try to get to 20 likes before the game starts. Take a second, smash the thumbs up button for me. It's free and it helps out an awful lot. So please rock and roll with that. Apart from Slab, I can't think of any other player that hasn't improved under Erik ten Hag. I would say that probably there's 2 for me that haven't improved. I don't think McTominay has improved, and I don't think Maguire has improved. Outside of that, I think every player has improved. I think Delo, Wan-Bissaka, even before, so De Gea, Delo, Wan-Bissaka, Luke Shaw, Fred, Bruno has improved, Rashford has improved. Sancho hasn't. That's another one. Sancho hasn't improved. So yeah, but look, He's doing a great job. He's doing a great job. I'm delighted. Oshin says, are we going to line up that way? I can see Bruno out left, Weghorst as a 10 and Rashford up top. Yeah, Oshin, we were mentioning it earlier. The fact that we're debating this and not sure how we're going to set up is a really good thing, because it means the opposition are doing that as well. You know what I mean? So it has to be positive. Did you give the bench? I did. I give it to you again here though. Bishop, Butland, Lindelof, Maguire, Malacia, Fred, Palestri, Martial and Sancho. That's the bench. So yeah, happy days. Less than 10 minutes to go. It's so good to have the Premier League back, isn't it? Look, I love watching Ireland and all that, and especially when they're putting in great performances like they did against the French the other night. And I'm sure whoever, people from England and Scotland and Wales and wherever you're watching in the world, you love watching your national team to some extent. But it's just not the same. It's just not the same as the Premier League, isn't it? Not? I love it. So I do. Thanks for the gifts, Chris. I would love it if we beat them. Love it. Buzzing for this now. Have to say, this is such a big game. This is such a big game. So it is. It really is. But looking forward to it. Looking forward to it. Let's see. Dave says Martial to come off the bench and bag one. It just feels like that kind of game. It does, Dave. I'd agree with you there, man. It's set up lovely for him. So it is. Graham says, for me, I'd be happy with the draw. Don't think there, between us United fans, I don't think there'd be too many of us that wouldn't be happy with a draw. It means they don't get any closer to us. You know what I mean? And they've got a tougher running than we do. Mudryk is a flop, not Anthony, says Dale. I told you. What did I tell you about that Mudryk, lads? There's no way somebody can have a haircut like that and be a good footballer. It's just not possible. It's not possible. So it's not. He's a fucking bum. He's a bum. But great to see so many people in, guys. Thanks everyone who's hitting the follow button. Mega Extreme Dragon, thanks for hitting the follow button. Big Guys 20, thanks for hitting the follow button. Really appreciate it, guys. I have big respect for Man United, says Yab. Let's see. Darren, thanks for following. John, thanks for following. L, thanks for following. Really appreciate it, guys. Much love. Let's see. Adams, after following. Avgro says, who's the best United player? At the moment, our best player this season is a toss-up between Rashford and Casemiro. So, take your pick. Lucky, thanks for following. Jotham, thanks for following. Gang says, just put my house down on Man United to win. Plus 210, wish me luck. Yusuf, thanks for hitting the follow button as well. Really appreciate it, guys. But like I said, keep smashing the like button. Let's aim for 30,000 likes before the end of the game. Appreciate everybody hitting the follow button as well, guys. And like I said, if you do want the full experience, anybody on TikTok, we're live over on YouTube. We've got the scoreboard, the timer, the starting 11, all on the screen. Link is on the homepage. Click the link, head over to YouTube, or just search United Community Channel on YouTube. Go check it out. Anybody that goes to YouTube from TikTok never comes back. So, go check it out. I know it's a Newcastle song, but that's a very catchy song. Baby, give it up, baby, give it up. Na 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 na. You from Tip? No, Kilkenny. Na 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 na. On the super cats on the super. Anyway. This game 3 for Casemiro, isn't it? Is it not 2? I think he's only had 1 so far. Oisin. Let's see. No, this is only his second game, so he has 2 more after this. I'm afraid. 2 more after this. Let's see. Keegan, thanks for hitting the follow button. Really appreciate it. I don't like United, says Maisie. Nobody's perfect. Avgro, thanks for following. Ebenez, thanks for following. Thoughts of McTominay and Sabitzer? I'll let you know in 90 minutes. Look, no negativity coming out of me before the game. Absolutely not. Let's hope they can go out and get the job done. Let's hope there's a partnership there to be formed for the next few months that we can rely on if we need to. Robert says freebooters are evergreen. On the Blues. Even though I played for both. No, freebooters. Played with freebooters for 25 years. Played with Evergreen for 2 years in the middle. Atmosphere looks unbelievable in James's Park, to be fairness. Prediction, bro. I'm going with 1-0 to Manchester United, guys. 1-0 to Manchester United. I think it's going to be really tight. Would I take a draw? Well, we're walking into a cauldron here in St. James's Park. So we're going to find out. We're going to separate the men from the boys here today. Thanks everyone hitting the follow button, boys. Kisa, Maisie, thanks for following. Manchester United just followed me. Interesting. Let's see. Katie says, hey, good afternoon. How are you? Any update on the sale before the game starts? No update, Katie. No, we're just waiting on the bids to be considered and accepted or rejected, or let's see what happens. Chris says, did you hear the rumour? Lindelof to Atletico with cut price and swap for João Felix for around 70 mil. I would take that. I would take that. Ben says, Sabitzer surprised me at Fulham game. Work he does off the ball, draws players to him and makes gaps. Yeah, I've been very impressed with his work rate, I have to say. And he's a lot more creative than I thought he was going to be. Question United in the Champions League final or Kilkenny in the All-Ireland final. Who are you watching? Man United. Man United or Kilkenny any day. Man United in the Champions League final doesn't come around that often. Kilkenny are in the All-Ireland final basically every year, if not every couple of years. So I've been to like 7 All-Ireland finals. Give me United in the Champions League. Oh, look at this fraud coming in on YouTube. Arsenal for Life has just changed his name to Arsenal for Life Premier League Champions 2023. Do you know what? I'm on my laptop now. I'm going to open up the snipping tool. I'm going to hit new. And I'm going to take a snip of that and save that to my PC, to my laptop. For when and if you bottle it, I am going to give it to you. I'm going to send that picture to you. I'm going to find you on Instagram and I'm going to DM you every day for the rest of your life and send you that picture. Oh, God. But great to see so many people in, guys. Keep hitting the thumbs up button for me. Anybody on YouTube, 26 watching, 18 likes. Take a second, hit the thumbs up button for me. Let's get the timer up and running here as well. Nearly ready to go here. But yeah, final call to anybody on TikTok, guys. If you want the full experience, we're live over on YouTube. Starting 11 is on the screen. The scoreboard, the timer, all of that is on the screen. Full experience. Link is on the homepage, or just search United Community Channel on YouTube. Go over there, hit subscribe, and get into the chat. Rashford is fit. Come on now. Let's go. Chris reckons Sabitzer's going to be man of the match. I'll take it. Means we win the midfield battle then, hopefully. And I think that's going to be vital. And we're up and running. Let's go. Up and running. Now, let's see what our shape is like. Anthony is on the right. Rashford on the left and Weghorst up front by the looks of it. So it looks to be the way we thought. Bruno in the middle alongside Sabitzer and McTominay. Martinez now goes all the way back to De Gea. I mean, that's even that now early on. So the ball comes back to De Gea and he passes it to Delors. He should be passing it to his right foot so he can open out and get an early pass away. But his pass is to his left foot. So he instantly has to swivel and try and open his body when he shouldn't have to. Slowing everything down. That's De Gea's weakness, really, isn't it? Oh, United pressing really high here. Newcastle done really well. Newcastle have the throw, but good high pressing by United there. Rashford and Anthony. Isak does well now and gets it all the way out right. Newcastle now, Murphy coming inside. And they go wide again to Trippier, who slips. Schär, good block there. That should be a United ball, surely. Surely a United ball. Ah, no. Here we go now, the start of it. Here we go. Corner to Newcastle. Looked like a goal kick, and the referee took his time given the decision, but United have some set piece defending to do early on here. 2 minutes on the clock. It's going to be Trippier to swing it in or swing it out. Header away by McTominay and Anthony will get on it. Does really well. Wins a throw just inside the Newcastle half. Good play by Anthony there. Got some Newcastle fans in. Don't spam the chat. Gally, look, you're gone already. Putting in fake scores. Don't be putting in fake scores. I'll let you know who's winning, so don't worry. Dick Enzo, thanks for the follow. Really appreciate it. Theo Dyer and Safro, thanks for the follow, guys. Really appreciate it. So Sabitzer goes all the way back to De Gea. He finds Luke Shaw, really good play. And Bruno now with a really good ball down the line. Rashford is off now, down the left-hand side. Oh, tries a little 1-2 inside and he nearly pulls it off, but Newcastle come away with it. Unbelievable pass by Bruno. And here's Isak now. Yeah, Martinez and Varane double up on him and it's a good challenge, but Newcastle win the throw. Good start to the game. What a ball out of Bruno Fernandes. Just on the swivel, just pinged one down the line for Rashford. United have been pressing really well. The front three, Weghorst, Rashford and Anthony, have all been pressing really well, in fairness to them. Yeah, Scott McTominay does well there. Just takes control of it in the middle of a lot of people and just a little pass back to De Gea. But we go along with it and Newcastle get possession again. Here's Willock now. Little overlap. Delors reads it quite well. Should be able to clear his lines. Yeah, does really well and gets a goal kick out of it. Good defending there. Appreciate everyone hitting the follow button, guys. Chuck, Vimal, Patboy, Ivano, Emias. Thanks for the follow, guys. Really appreciate it. Let's see. Katie says, I must say we do miss Casemiro. I can't wait for him to be back. I think you've spoken the words of every Man United fan there. McTominay does really well to win a header Then gets the ball down and takes a bit too much out of it and gives it away. Just need to do the simple thing. Oh, lovely touch now by McTominay. Just can't get it down, smothered out. Sabitzer now to follow it up. Try to slip one through to Weghorst. United are pressing really, really well, and we're winning the ball back high up the field. Here's Anthony on the right-hand side now. Does really well. Oh, it plays in Sabitzer. Wished. Oh, what a block. Oh, what a block. Oh, Martinez does really well. United have started really well here, but you can see the threat that Newcastle pose, and here they come up the right-hand side. Trippier now to the back post. Delo has a lot of work to do. Ball is headed down and a strike. It's blocked by Martinez. And they'll have another go at it, and eventually it's cleared by Martinez. And Delo was beaten at the back post by a header quite easily. And that's the threat Newcastle pose. It's a goal kick to United. Take a breath. It's been a breathless opening 6 minutes. United with a great opportunity down the far side with Sabitzer. Just seemed to me like Sabitzer delayed his cross a little bit. Or maybe the ball was slightly behind him. He was waiting for it just to come out. And but yeah, I mean, Newcastle break and they're dangerous down their right-hand side with deliveries from Trippier. Oh, it's great to be back into the Premier League. Back. Come on. Paul is in. Best of luck. Hope you have better luck than us. We'll probably lose to Liverpool Tuesday again. Oh, I'd love if he bet me, to be honest with you, Paul. But how Potter hasn't got sacked yet, man? Oh, I don't know. Free to Newcastle on the halfway line. Lee, thanks for the follow. Really appreciate it. Appreciate everyone hitting the follow button, guys. Got some Newcastle fans in as well. Dean says, tune. Marley is in. Good to see you, Marley. Thanks for joining us again. Maybe McMuffin should not play the ball with his feet, says Chris. I wonder has he got his safety whistle with him. In case there's trouble, he just goes, help! Oh, all over him, ref. That's a free out, surely. Yeah, United have a free out there. Oshin says, United will be in for a right fun in the summer. Need someone to take that jersey and make it their own. Oh, sorry, a right full. Delo and Wan-Bissaka can't do it. I'd agree with you, Oshin. I would. And I think if a good opportunity arises in the summer at a new right full, we need to look at it. But I do think there's obviously more priorities. David De Gea, boy, was making Luke Shaw work for that pass. Puts it into a really tight area. Bruno now with a good ball down the line to Rashford. Oh, and it's well intercepted by Botman, I think it was. Charlie, thanks for the follow. Really appreciate it. Lewans, thanks for the follow. Oh, well nicked there by McTominay. But, oh, yeah, Weghorst was already dropped out, pressing no one to get it onto. Connor says, what's your score prediction? I said 1-0 to United, Connor. 1-0 to United, but see what happens. Ah, no, ref, that's not a free. Martinez comes out and wins the ball. Fucking referees, boy. Hate him. Probably was a free, in fairness. Thanks everyone hitting the follow button, guys. Anybody watching on TikTok, hit the follow button. If you're new to the YouTube channel, hit the subscribe button as well. Like I said, anyone on TikTok, we're live over on YouTube. Link is on the homepage. We've got the scoreboard, the timer, the starting 11, all on the screen. Head over to YouTube, hit subscribe, get into the chat. Good pressing by United there and Sabitzer, but Newcastle do really well to kind of break the press. And here they are coming up the right-hand side now. And Trippier is on the overlap. Plays a pass, poor one, and Luke Shaw intercepts. He's been pressed by Murphy. And Newcastle win a throw out of it. Good pressure by Newcastle as well. That's a goal kick. Well done, Martinez. Great defending. Welcome to Stuart as well. Stuart. Did I miss something? Right, the hair goes long with it. Yeah, we just need to settle down a little bit now and keep a bit of possession for a few minutes. Newcastle have had a lot of it in the last 5 minutes or so. Shaw now with a little chip ball to Weghorst, who tries to head it on to McTominay. Newcastle will clear their lines. But it seems like Ten Hag has obviously given McTominay credit for his international performances. He seems to be playing nearly in the 8. with kind of Bruno in the 10 and Sabitzer in the 6 nearly. Yeah, Sabitzer gets absolutely nutmegged to death. Oh, here's Weghorst. Strike! Oh! Side netting. What happened there? I came back from the replay and it was a Newcastle ball before, but United all of a sudden found themselves in. The throw... Oh yeah, McTominay does really well to win the ball, and Anthony with a little nutmeg, and United are away. Nice little slip ball to Weghorst. He has to go across the goalkeeper with that. He goes near post and hits the side net, and that's the difference. Harry Kane would have buried that. Stuart Atwell, the ref. Right, I get you now. Sorry. Apologies. Martinez now with a big switch ball to Anthony. Lovely pass. His passing range is really good. Oh, great skill by Anthony. Goes back to Delort, who crosses it deep. Yeah, and Trippier has to deal with it at the back post, and he heads it out for a throw. Paul, thanks for the follow. Are we blaming the ref today or what, says Joey? Well, if we lose, we'll probably blame him. No, we won't. I will 100% call the ref out for bad decisions. Ref, come on, there's one. I give it. It's not a bad decision. There we go. Prime example. Lovely bit of skill by Anthony. That should be a yellow card. He gives him a box in the back of the head on the way down. Anthony is in a bit of bother off the pitch. Yeah, I mean, he's down in agony. That's the one thing I don't like about Anthony. He's down in agony off the field, and the ref comes over to him and says, "We're getting on with the game without you." And he just jumps up and goes back onto the pitch. Not a big fan of that, I won't lie. McTominay now tries to switch it to him, gives it away, and Newcastle are on the break here. Up the left-hand side now, Sam Maximin. Sabitzer does well up against him though. Gamiresh now, nice ball in. Newcastle have numbers over, right hand side, chipped into the box, header. Oh, Varane does really well to head it away. But Sam Maximin will keep it now on the left hand side. Shows a bit of it to Delort, but Delort doesn't bite. Edge of the box. Gamiresh. Go on, put a foot in. Nah, get up, you blouse. United are away now. Ah, poor pass out with Sabitzer. We had numbers over if he could have kept it going. Nah, you're going down like a fucking fart in the wind, so you are. What minute are you on, says Pessy? So, 15 minutes and 15 seconds right now. Murphy now chip into the box. Header, Dave! Save! Oh, 2 saves by De Gea. Oh, and United cleared their lines. What a double save by De Gea. I don't think he knew too much about the second one. And Newcastle are up for it here. And they're coming again. It's that right-hand side. They're getting a lot of joy, Newcastle are. But we're not holding up the ball. Sabitzer gives it away again. Here's Murphy now. Comes inside. Oh, and it'll come to De Gea eventually. Oh, Newcastle are having a lot of joy down that right-hand side. And Luke Shaw is having no protection. He's trying to mark 2 of them. Oh, 2 brilliant saves by De Gea. Little chip in by Murphy. And Isaac with the header. De Gea with a blank save. And it just comes to... Who was it? Oh, Willock is there. And he just pulls out a hand. A double save. Unbelievable. Kept us in the game. We're giving the ball away too much. And here come Newcastle again. We're just handing the ball to him on a fucking silver platter, so we are. Here's St. Maximum now going one-on-one with Deloa. Has a lot of building up ahead of steam. Cuts back, goes back onto his right. A little curler shot, and De Gea saves again, comfortable enough. But yeah, guys, anybody on TikTok, if you want the timer, we've got it over on YouTube. We've got the timer, the scoreboard, the starting 11, all on the screen. Link is on the homepage. Head over to YouTube. Go check it out. Again, Newcastle with a lot of the ball, but United win it back here now, and Rashford is coming down the left-hand side. Just looking for options. Bruno, yeah, does well. Needs an option now to give it to. Here's Anthony on the right, just inside the box. Turns onto his left. Mile wide. You can see what he was trying to do. Well, you know what he always tries to do. He shifts the ball onto his left foot and tries to curl one, but that was way off. David says, love watching the game and your commentary on the side. Cheers from us. You're more than welcome. Thanks for joining, pal. Newcastle are making United work, says Emily. They certainly are. Here's Isaac now. On his left, on the edge of the box. Gets all the way over to St. Maximum on the far side. Oh, great ball in. Oh, and it was Longstaff. And he pulls it wide at the near post. And Newcastle are knocking on the door here. St. Maximin is just jinking and jiving. Sends Anthony one way, sends him the other way, then sends him for a bag of chips. And he crosses it in. It would have been offside, but gets down low and heads it. Longstaff. And just pulls it wide. Herbie says, what a shit name, by the way. You ever been to a game or do you just watch it on the telly in your shirt? I've been to 4 games so far this season. And I'm going to the quarter-final of the Europa League as well. And I'm going to the semi-final of it if we get to it. So yeah, I do go to games. I reckon Bruno will score. But which one am I talking about? I don't know, but I have it. I can take a guess, I presume. Stop trying to play a ball to make muffins, says Chris. We need to shut up shop and regroup for 5 minutes, says Ben. Absolutely. Just try and put our foot in the ball. Maintain possession and just take the sting out of the game a little bit. Yeah, I mean, we're giving away possession too much. Anthony gives it away now. St. Maximin is up the left-hand side again. Varane gets over with the low, doubles up on him, but Sabitzer is covering well, and Bruno will come away with it. But again, I mean, look, we're giving the ball away. There's no options. United win a throw. Enda says, did 7-0 hurt? It did, but not as much as maybe the hurt that Liverpool fans are feeling all season. And the fact that you're absolutely muck. So, yeah. If we finish in the top 4, challenging maybe next season, and you told me that I had to lose 7-0 to Liverpool every season, but I'd finish ahead of them, I'd take it. And there's not a Liverpool fan on the planet that would say they wouldn't like to be in United's position. With a trophy in the bag, top 4, and still in 2 more competitions. So, have your 7-0, run along home with it, and shove it up your arse. United fans hurting for the last 6 years without silverware. We won silverware like 4 weeks ago. I don't know what you're on about with 6 years. So Maximum is so overrated. He runs around like a headless chicken, says Dale. He's kind of one of them players that I would say that has a lot of potential and is unbelievable at building up a head of steam, but's not able to slow down. You know what I mean? Just can't slow down. So, Liam says, I thought the United fans thought the Carabao Cup was banter, just like Liverpool fans last year when they were celebrating winning it. So, you know what I mean? What goes around comes around. Craig, thanks for the gifts, man. Really appreciate it. It's been a good game so far. What are we? Just over 22 minutes gone. It's lived up to the hype. Martinez now. Nice little chip ball to Sabitzer. Oh, I'm fucking stuffed. So I am. Had a big carvery dinner. Full of air. Oh. Here's Sabitzer now. Coming down the left-hand side. Gets it out to Rashford. Rashford's been quiet. Not a lot of ball coming out to him, in fairness. Pat says, good game for Newcastle. Like City was a good game against Liverpool yesterday. Oh, that's the biggest load of diving I've ever seen, by. Fucking, like sheets in the wind, some of these players, by. Just fucking, going down like absolute fucking... Liam says, is it just me or is YouTube full of United fans and TikTok is full of haters? TikTok has its pros and cons, I suppose. Free kick now for Newcastle in a good position. United holding a very high line on the edge of the D. And Trippier gets a ball in. Goes all the way to the back post and Delors heads it away. But Newcastle will keep possession. Yeah, I mean, Newcastle are keeping the ball really well, in fairness to them. United have spent a lot of time in this first half so far chasing shadows. No, ball laid down and the strike is high and wide. High and wide. Aaron says no open top buses like some. Yeah, exactly. So all the Liverpool fans giving United shit about winning the Carabao Cup. We didn't have an open top bus parade after winning it. A bum of a club. Now just settle down. That's it. Let's keep a bit of possession. Here's Delore now coming up the right hand side. Bit of space. St. Maximum chasing him. Nah, Rashford, come on, man. You're never getting that. Rashford goes down. His boot is off. So there must have been contact on him. Didn't seem like a lot. Newcastle are on the counter attack up their left hand side now. And Ten Hag is not happy with the referees giving it to him. No problem, Liam. Chat to you later, pal. But here's Bruno on the ball now. United win the throw. Let's have a look at this Rashford challenge again. He does. He gets his studs down on along his Achilles. Ten Hag wasn't happy at all. And I can understand, you know what I mean? There's a couple of very soft fouls given the other end for lads fucking going down like whatever they're going down like, but Maxwell, thanks for the follow. Really appreciate it. Kazman is in. Good to see you, pal. David says, what are your thoughts on Anthony? Loads of potential. Loads of potential, but needs to work on it. Needs to work on it. Needs to get the theatrics out of his game a bit more. And just work on his end product a little bit more. But for a first season, you know, how many goals? 7 or 8 goals in his first season? Coming from the Eredivisie. It's been good. I'm happy with him. Newcastle come away now up to Delore with some really good cover in there. Good defending by Delore. Michael, thanks for the follow. Logan, thanks for the follow. Really appreciate it, guys. Bob says, what do you think of De Gea? Stay or go? I don't really mind. If Ten Hag decides to get rid of him, brilliant. If he decides to keep him, happy days. If he keeps him, we need competition. He needs to be challenged by another goalkeeper. Another quality goalkeeper that can seriously take over the position on a full-time basis. Because if you don't have competition for places, players get complacent. You know what I mean? So if he stays, we still need to sign a goalkeeper to challenge him. You know, so that'll be my thoughts on it. Where do you think United will finish? I think we'll finish third. It gives it the other way then. Anyway, free to Newcastle, guys. It's a good battle, I have to say, between Guimaraes and McTominay. And McTominay just gets a bit too close to him and gives away a foul there. But great to see so many people in on YouTube, guys. If you're new to the channel, please do hit the subscribe button. We do all of the watch-alongs throughout the season. We do morning news shows between Monday and Friday. We do podcasts on a Monday night live. We do a members-only chat on a Thursday. So if you're new to the channel, please do hit the subscribe button. We're closing in on 3,000 subscribers on YouTube. And like I said, on TikTok, if you're new, hit the follow button. Nearly at 30,000 followers. Closing in on 30,000, which is brilliant. So, really appreciate it. So United just enjoying a little bit more possession the last 5 or 10 minutes. Kind of slowing the game down a little bit. And that's what you need to be doing. When you're going away from home in a place like St. James's Park, you know, you have to be trying to dictate the tempo as much as possible. Quiet the crowd. Here's Newcastle coming up the left-hand side now. St. Maximum goes back. Willock with a strike is blocked and it goes for a corner to Newcastle. But again, this comes all the way from the other end of the field. Veghorst, the ball is being played in. It's hard enough to keep possession against teams like this in, away from home. If the ball is zipped into you, hold the bloody thing up. Flicking balls around corners and stuff like that don't work. You give the ball away 9 times out of 10. But it's going to be Trippier to swing in this corner now. Outswinger. Oh, he just puts one in on top of De Gea, and Varane is there. He needed to be. And De Gea, who was in there? There was a Newcastle player in on De Gea, and there wasn't a United player within 3 or 4 feet of him. No one in there protecting him. But Varane gets in behind him as the ball goes over De Gea and just flicks it away. Newcastle are dangerous from these set pieces. So what have we got, guys? 31 and a half minutes gone. 0-0 so far here. I mean, come on, ref. The fucking possession is given away. And then you blow it. Soft free kicks by. Rashford gets his fucking Achilles stood on down the other end. He gets nothing out of it. Players on their own. Rashford with a ball now over the top. Bruno is down the left-hand side. Loads of space. Control it early. Gets it down. Back on his right. Little chip ball to the back post. The low with a strike. Oh, it's blocked and goes into the hands of Nick Pope. Good play by United, but it's just not fluid enough. Ball is played to Bruno. He lets it bounce 3 times before he controls it. Get it down early. Good ball to Delodo at the back. Hits it first time. Probably could have took a touch on it. Newcastle coming again here now. Jesus, this is breathless. I have to catch my own breath here. I wonder what the players are like. Here's Willock now. Turns onto his right with a strike. It's blocked and Martinez clears. Nice little ball. Newcastle in down the right inside channel. Cross into the box is blocked and Newcastle have another corner. Stuart Atwell hates United. Always screws us. Says Kristen. There's United players getting up to the referee there. Newcastle take it quickly here. Trippier now into the box. Headed away near post by McTominay. And Anthony is on the chase. But Newcastle mop up. All the way back to Pope. It's hard to know what kind of a performance this has been so far by United. Hasn't been great, but I mean we've been sloppy in possession, giving it away an awful lot. Newcastle have had all of the chances pretty much. And they're coming down that right hand side. They're causing a lot of trouble. Here they are again now. Murphy now just slips it into Isaac on his left foot. And Varane steps out, does really well. Oh, Jesus. Here's Rashford now. Needs an option, lads. Someone show for him. Varane stepping out into midfield now. Gets it wide to Anthony. Cross to the back post. Trippier with the header away. Oh, he gives it away though. Varane steps in again. Here's McTominay. Protect the ball! Protect the bloody ball! You're on the edge of the box. You think you can fucking hold it off? Backing off the ball. Thinking there's nobody behind you. You're on the edge of the box. Use your brain, boy. Thinking you can back off onto the opposition's box when the ball is coming into you and no one is going to try and nick it off you. Get your arms out and protect it. Sabitzer now. Good switch across to Rashford on the left-hand side. Tries a little 1-2 with Bruno. And a goal kick. If that's a goal kick, then... and there's no contact on the free, then there should be a foul. It's either a corner or a penalty. Surely. You're either given a corner or a penalty in that situation. Unless he kicks it against him. The fucking referee is having an absolute mare. So he is. Absolute mare of a game this referee is having. "37 minutes gone." Jeez, it's been a end-to-end first half. It really has. Newcastle definitely been the better side. They have been the better side. Absolutely they have. And here they come again. Botman now gets it out to St. Maximum. Keeps going in on his right-hand side. He will not go outside. Longstaff with a strike. Oh! David De Gea was worried about it and he went for it and was going in top bins. And it looked like it was buried. Well, St. Maximin again cuts in on his right-hand side. Squares it to Longstaff. First touch. Oh, that is close. Oh, that's really, really close. United living on the edge here. Oh, McTominay steps out really well now. Gets the ball to Rashford. Cross into the box is poor. It's cleared easily enough. So sloppy in possession. Newcastle are coming again here. Big switch. Delors does well to win the header. Oh, lovely little flick by Anthony. And Delors has acres of space to run into. Great cross into the box. Oh, it's just ahead of Rashford. It's going to go all the way out for a throw on the far side. Good play by Anthony, and Delors was gone like a bullet up the line. He just takes one touch and then just puts one into the danger area, and Rashford just can't get there in time. And it's these kind of isolated incidents that United have had in this first half, these half chances, without any sustained pressure on Newcastle. Here's the St. Maximum up the left-hand side now. Delors showing him out. Trying to get in on his right as usual. Oh, here it is. Oh, he drives it a mile over the bar. Willock, what a chance at the back post. St. Maximum goes down. He has no confidence on that left foot at all. He keeps trying to cut in and he plays a little ball behind the whole defence. Or sorry, like in front of the defence. The defence is going back towards goal and he plays it in front of him. And Willock is coming in all on his own. And all he has to do is keep it down on target and it's a goal. Oh, and he just balloons it over the bar. Newcastle should be one up here. Really should be one up here. Here's Anthony now down the right hand side. Great pace. Win something out of it. Well done, well done. That's what you want. Go with your right foot. Win a corner. You know what I mean? Don't always try to go back in on your left. And Ten Hag is going to earn his wages again at half time. You'd have to say it. Going to be Luke Shaw to swing it in. In swinger. Good opportunity now. Ball swung in. Back post. Anthony is there with a strike. Oh, he hits it over the bar. Didn't seem to sort his feet out in time or whatever it was. He didn't know whether to side foot it or to lace it. Yeah, he just can't make up his mind really. Poor in the end. What minute are you on, says Barry? 41 minutes and 55 seconds. If you want the timer, Barry, we're live over on YouTube at the moment as well. Link is on the homepage. We've got the timer, the scoreboard, the starting 11 all on the screens. If you want the full experience, guys, anybody on TikTok, link is on the homepage or just search United Community Channel on YouTube. So Maximum now, one-on-one with the low again. Oh, turns back on his right. Here's Isaac. Oh, block there. And Martinez with the block, and they're looking for a handball, but his hands are by his side, behind his back. And United come away with it here now. Anthony, Bruno. Another ball out to Anthony. Throw. Fucking Anthony does really well initially, and then the ball back out to him. Tries to be too clever and just misses the first touch. Yeah, I don't know why you're shouting for a handball there. He has his hands behind his back. It hits him square in the chest. Here, Martinez forgot to get the fade done on his haircut there. The battery on the razor must have ran out. Yeah, just a big dirty line. Here's McTominay now. Goal kick. Finn says, why are you not watching the Mayo game, lads? You're Irish. Because I couldn't give a fuck. Why aren't you watching it instead of scrolling on TikTok? Mayo. Fucking Mayo. Why would anyone want to watch Mayo? I'd surprised if people from Mayo even want to watch Mayo. Mayo. The butcher will be after you, Jack, says Ben. Bring it on. What's the score? 0-0, guys. 44 minutes gone. United need to get to half time here and regroup. John says, I was hoping that collar would be raised by now, Jack. So was I, John. But look, Newcastle have been brilliant in this first half. Like, the fact that... Who is ringing me? The fact that it's still 0-0. You know what I mean? Newcastle really should be 1 or 2 goals up here. They should be 1 or 2 goals up, so... The collar not being up is not the worst thing in the world. They need to bring Sancho on for Weghorst and put Rashford up front. No, I'd bring Martial on for Weghorst, just a straight swap. That's all I would do now. Maybe Fred for... Like, I don't think McTominay has been poor. Giving away a couple of balls in it, but so has everybody else. Like, he hasn't been a lot worse than anyone in particular, but I don't think he'll change maybe at half time the midfield. Maybe he will, I don't know, but I think the more standout change would be get Martial onto the pitch. And there's half time, guys. 0-0, and I mean, David De Gea keeping us in it with a couple of saves, and Newcastle being a bit wasteful for some of their opportunities as well. So I mean, United are lucky to be 0-0 here still and not be behind. Newcastle really should be in the lead. They really should. I've to eat a packet of potatoes now, and I had a big turkey and ham carvery before this live, so it's the last thing in the world I want to do, but we have to do it. We have to do it for the badge. Come on, back in a second. Having the energy to go up out of the seat, I might fall asleep. Oh Jesus! Talk amongst yourselves there for a minute. Oh Jesus! Oh, Jesus Christ. Nearly fell into the telly. Oh. Potato time, says Craig. Yes, it is. Oh, jeez, I'm still full of wind after the carvery. Turkey and ham. Stuffing. Mashed potatoes, roast potatoes, chips. Cabbage. Carrots, broccoli, and a big pint of water to wash it down. It was absolutely gorgeous now, I won't lie. It was absolutely gorgeous. A lovely big carvery dinner. But anyway, here we go. Potatoes. Half-time potatoes. For anyone that's new to the channel, this is what we do at half-time. A little bit of a superstition. I can't wait until the season is over because I'm not doing it next season. But yeah, look, what do you think, guys? Let me know in the chat. What do you think? Give me your thoughts on that first half. David is over from TikTok. Sound quality is better on here. Appreciate it, David. Thanks for coming over to YouTube. Jock is in. Good to see you, Pat. Jeremiah says, seriously, a draw would be a great result. Obviously, we won't be taking a draw, but if we got out with a draw here, I'd be happy. Keith says, United are strong defensively, midfield is shocking, get Weghorst and McTominay out. I mean, let's look at this. Let's take McTominay. Okay, I think we should probably get Weghorst off for Martial, right? But if we're talking about McTominay here, and let's not be too overly critical. He hasn't been any worse than anyone else on the field. If you're taking McTominay off, how many set pieces have Newcastle had in the first half? At least 8, right? Between corners and free kicks that are being put into the box. McTominay is after winning 2 or 3 headers in the first half. So, it's all well and good saying, get McTominay off, he's useless going forward and all this kind of stuff. Defensively, he's after winning a few headers. So, alright, you might bring on Fred, but you're lowering the height of your team when Newcastle are renowned for their set pieces. So, I don't know. That's why I'm not the United manager, though. Ice, thanks for following. Dan, thanks for following. Arnold, thanks for following. Really appreciate everyone hitting the follow button, guys. We've got some Liverpool fans hitting the follow button as well. Liverpool_life is after following. Really appreciate it. Even Liverpool fans love United fan channels. Maposi, thanks for following as well. Really appreciate it. Charlie says going to get you a Norwich scarf after the game. You're alright, kid. We both eating potatoes. I also have the Coke. Jesus Christ. Coca-Cola, you mean. Bruno never turns up against the better teams. Look, I can't understand why people jump on Bruno as soon as he has a bad performance. Bruno has been up there with one of our best players this season, along with Casemiro, Rashford, and Martinez or Varane or whoever it is. He's had a poor first half. His fucking work rate is phenomenal, lads. It really is. And alright, he throws his hands up in the air and he moans a little bit and all of that kind of stuff. Who doesn't? I do. But Bruno Fernandes is vital to the way this team plays. And he would get into any team in the league, if not in the world. So he would. So listen, I don't like people jumping all over Bruno Fernandes just because he's had a bad game. Yeah, he bitches and moans sometimes, but there's not a person here watching this that says they don't at some stage or another. So you know what I mean? Jay says, go watch the Electricity League. Well, first of all, you need to learn how to spell it before you tell anyone to go watch it, Jay. A1 says, why do you always eat the same crisps? It's just a little superstition. We done it one day and it turned into a bit of a yolk, so we kept it going. Tom Aldino's in. Adam is in. Says Bruno does not get into City's team, man, or Arsenal. I think he does. I think he comfortably does. Oh, jeez, I'm stuffed. They were not enjoyable at all. Damn you for making me eat them. Do you think we should keep Marcel Sabitzer and why? Yeah, I think we should keep him. If reports are suggesting that we're going to get him for 20 million, or we could potentially get him for 20 million, just just take the hand and all off of Bayern. First, as a squad player now, don't get me confused at thinking he's going to be coming in and being one of the main men. No, but by all accounts, he is desperate to stay at Manchester United, and you're happy to have these kind of players that if they don't get a game week in, week out, they're still happy to be there. A Lindelof, for example, you know. So yeah, I would definitely keep him. Let's have a look. See. Or she says Bruno might get into Arsenal's 11, but no way he gets into City's. To be honest, very inconsistent. No way Pep would indulge him. I don't know. I think he gets into City's midfield ahead of Gundogan, for example. I think he gets in ahead of him. Okay, he mightn't start every single game for City, but who does? You know what I mean? Pep rotates an awful lot, but I think he plays. I think he plays a majority of the games in the season if he plays for City. I do. Chris says Odegaard only does what he does because he has the proper running mate in Xhaka and Partey. Same with De Bruyne and Rodri and Silva. Yeah, look, everyone's going to have their opinion on it. And it's okay. You know what I mean? Look, I think Bruno's a really good player. I think what I like about Bruno, and what a lot of people seem to not see and not give him credit for, is even when he's playing bad, like he's having a bad first half there. He's had a bad first half. But what people don't see is the work rate he puts in tracking back. You know what I mean? And getting up and down the pitch and constantly looking for the ball and constantly trying to find the spaces and constantly trying to, progress the ball up the field. Alright, he might give the ball away and this and that and the other. I just think Bruno is one of them players that people focus on the negatives way more than they focus on the positives. And there is players that are like that. Anthony is probably another one, for example. But I think Bruno gets too much stick. I really do. Psychic says, have you spotted anyone decent in under 21 squad or up and coming? Well, look, there's a lot of decent young players coming up through. Like even some of the players that are playing game time in the first team this year, your Palestris and your Garnacho's obviously on another level, but your Mainus and these types of players. Like Ten Hag has stated in the past that he wants them with the first team training week in, week out, more so than training with the 21s and playing games with the 21s. He thinks they'll learn more training day in, day out with the first team than they will if they're left in the 21s. So, yeah. Dale says he'd be unreal in Pep's system. Connor says Tato Crisps, 100% Irish. Absolutely. David says Scholes just said Sancho would do better than what's on the pitch now. Yeah, look, it's easy to say that. It's easy to say that when it's not going so well, but I think I don't see Sancho putting in the work rate that maybe Anthony, and Anthony is another one. Anthony does work very hard. Again, he needs to work on his end product and all of that kind of stuff, but he's always looking for the ball. He's always available and open for a pass. He tries to progress the ball up the field as much as he can. Okay, he might have to turn back in on his left, but let's look at some of the positives rather than always focusing on the negatives. But Sancho may do a job. I'm not feeling Sancho at the moment, to be quite honest. Both metaphorically and physically. Just to make that clear. Psychic says, 100% agree. Plays for the club and team. Doesn't give up. Chris says, can you imagine the freedom he would have if he had Casemiro and De Jong or Bellingham with him? Apples to apples, please. Not apples to oranges. Good point. I just thought Anthony reminds me of Nani when he first came to us as Ben. Yeah, look. Someone said it the other day, a former United player. Was it Rio Ferdinand or someone said... yeah, they're just showing some highlights for Anthony here. I thought he's had a decent first half. Gave the ball away a couple of times, but he's been positive. It's a right battle between him and Dan Burn. But yeah, I think it was Rio Ferdinand or someone said Nani was probably one of the most frustrating players to play with, but if you look back at his highlight reel at his time at Man United, it's unbelievable with some of the goals he scored and some of his assists and the highlights of his games. So Anthony is probably going to be that type of player. Where are you from? Kilkenny, Ireland. No, second half has not started yet, guys. Another minute or two here. I don't think the teams are back out yet. But great to see so many people in, guys. Keep smashing the like button on TikTok if you haven't. Let's try to get to 20,000 likes before the end of the game. Closing in on 10,000 likes. Keep tapping the like button keep tapping the screen. Helps the channel out an awful lot. Gets more people into the chat. And like I said, if you're new to the channel, excuse me. If you're new to the channel, hit the follow button. Closing in on 30,000 followers. So really do appreciate it. Aska, thanks for the follow. Really appreciate it. I have the hiccups now. Here we go again. Jack's ready to burst. I am ready to burst, Ben. And I'm going drinking Guinness after this as well. So... Reese, thanks for the follow. Really appreciate it, pal. What's your opinion on Rashford's first half? Quiet, but Rashford is a type of player that needs supply, and he didn't get a lot of it. So, it only takes one chance. It only takes a minute, girl, to fall in love. Abdewa, thanks for the follow. Really appreciate it. Loads of people following, guys. Really appreciate everyone hitting the follow button. Let's get the timer up and running here again. And we're up and running. Anybody on TikTok, guys, like I said, if you want the full experience, we're live over on YouTube. We've got the starting 11 on the screen here. We've got the timer here. And we got the scoreboard here. Link is on the homepage. Or just search United Community Channel on YouTube. Come over, hit subscribe and get involved in the chat. Just like David did, who said, I'm over from TikTok and the experience is way better. Way better quality. So go check it out. McTominay looks to be sitting an awful lot deeper here now with Bruno and Sabitzer ahead of him. And Newcastle have a free kick right on the edge of the box here on the left-hand side. Oshin says, wife bopping along to your singing there, Jack. Wasted in insurance charge. Telling you, lads. Telling you one thing. Used to be in the choir in primary school. Do I need to say any more? Then I started drinking and smoking fags. Tracy, thanks for the gift. Really appreciated. I hope the potatoes work, says John. Let's hope so. There's a good opportunity here now for Newcastle. Trippier on the left-hand side of the box. Is he going to have a go or is he just going to pitch one in there? Here we go. He's going to go for it by the looks of it. Oh, and it hits his own man and goes out for a goal kick. I think he hits him right smack on the top of the head and he's out like a light. He's like the cat in Looney Tunes when he gets hit in the head. Seen Tweety Bird flying around him. Thucker in, thucker dash. This fella isn't even watching the game. What fella? Is someone else in here? Claire, go away, you pug, ya. Ellie, thanks for the gift. Really appreciate it. Mad delay, Trippier free kick was 2 full minutes ago, says Claire. I couldn't give a toss. I'm watching it on Sky Sports. So, you do a live and we'll all go over to your channel and watch it in time. Who will win the FA Cup, says Henrig. Manchester United or Manchester City, I would say. They're obviously be the two favourites. They're both on the opposite sides of the draw, so let's see what happens. UCC on the X Factor, says Ben. What insurance do you do, says Dale. Health insurance, Dale. Health insurance. Record an album for United's chance. It'd be a bestseller. You started drinking and smoking what, says Chris? Smoking fags. Smoking cigarettes. We call them fags. I know ye use that word for something different in America, Chris, but that's not what that word means over here. So, I don't smoke anymore. Sometimes when I'm drinking, but... Dale, thanks for the 4 months, man. Honda Boys, appreciate the support, buddy. Fair play to you. 4 months a member of the channel. Anyone else who wants to become an official member of the YouTube channel, guys, link is in the description. Get some extra content, a badge beside your name, chance to come on the lives with us on a Thursday night on screen. If it's something you're interested in, check out the link in the description. Here's Shaw now, little ball inside to Rashford. Gets it out to Bruno. Bruno gets to the end line. Can he keep it in? Ah, no, just overruns it. Just overruns it. Good play by United, but... yeah. Rodgers is sacked. Supposedly. Yeah, Rodgers is sacked from Leicester City, which is it's interesting. Interesting. Martial is out getting warmed up, which is good to see. Had to clip that one, says Chris. Got the bullet this morning, says Oshin. Yeah, I didn't hear it now. I don't know if it's new news or not, but I was too busy playing golf and eating Carveries. Here's Rashford now down the left-hand side. United have enjoyed a little bit more possession now in the second half, kind of dictating the tempo, keeping the crowd quiet. That's what you need to be doing in these types of places. Martinez gives the ball away, which is unlike him. Sabitzer does really well to get back goal side. Here's St. Maximum now. One-on-one with the low. Varane goes over and doubles up with him, which he's been doing all day. Ball moved to the right now. Back to St. Maximum on the left. Has a bit of space. Oh, gives it to Anthony. Now, nothing stupid, Anthony. Well done. Nothing stupid, the low. Well done. Nothing stupid, the hair. Well done. Yeah, and United have a throw. John is in. He's a Man United fan. Good to see you, John. He'll take over from Y at Crystal Palace in the summer, says Oshin. Maybe. Are Newcastle only good this season because of their owners? Please explain. No, they bought well in the summer, and Eddie Howe is a very good manager. So, yeah, number of different reasons. YouTube money, says Dale. No YouTube money here, my friend. It's small bit, but I'm putting it towards getting a new camera for the summer. So, yeah. It's going towards all of this. Things in the background that you don't see. Thanks everyone who's joining, guys. You're more than welcome. Hit the follow button. Hit the like button. Get your thoughts into the chat. Straight swap is needed. Veghorst for Martial, says Ellie. I'd have to agree with you on that one. Get a new mic too so we can hear more of that singing. It only takes a minute, girl. Dale with the 249 super chat. Hurry on with the camera. Good man, Dale. Fair play to you, old friend. Appreciate the support, pal. Absolute legend. Here's St. Maximum now. Gets to the end line. Oh, good defending. Corner though. Corner. AK Super HD, says Ushin. I'm getting can't remember the name of it. It's a Fuji film, I think. Can't remember the name of it. It's about €1,000, but it's quality. It's quality. So I'm gonna get it. The end of May, I reckon. Tato can sponsor a new camera. They can't. They want to hurry up. That sponsorship, I'm not eating them potatoes anymore. Corner now to Newcastle. It's going to be Murphy to swing it in. Go short with it. Training ground routine. Trippier just chips one. Goal kick. Don't give up the day job, says Paul. No, don't worry, I won't. Can't afford to have a mortgage to pay. Bowen, thanks for the follow. Really appreciate it. Ernest, thanks for the follow. Let's see. Dam2, thanks for the follow. Ibrahim, thanks for the follow. Really appreciate it, guys. A woman from Navan ruined my live, Connor, says Dale. I think that could be the wrong live you're texting into, Dale. Here's St. Maximin now, edge of the box. Bruno gets the ball. Does well to get it away. McTominay is coming away with it now. Needs some runners off. Gets it to Anthony. Give it away. Oh, sorry. I get it, Dale. I see why you're talking about that. A woman from Navan. Yeah, married to a leash woman myself. All them Midlands women. Bit mental, aren't they? Get in and smash him! Fucking get in and give it to him! Fucking heading the ball, running down the pitch. Fucking showboating. Get in and fucking smash him. Luke Shaw's a bit of space now up the left-hand side. He has Rashford with him. Here's Rashford now. Gets it back to Shaw. Goes inside to Bruno. Bruno with a switch right to Anthony. Where's the overlap? Where's the overlap, Delo? Anthony with a strike and it's fucking poor. Where's Delo? Delo's fucking nowhere to be seen. Martinez steps out in the midfield, but he loses out to Murphy, is it? Here's St. Maximin down the left now. Martinez gets a toe in and Newcastle have the throw. Nothing like the women up here in Oma. All of my relatives are from Tyrone, Ellie. All of my relatives are up from Oma and from... what's the other name? What's the name of the place near Oma? Can't think of it. Points is my surname. Bring on Martial, says David. Yeah. The crisps, mate, says Becca. Already eating them. Look, there we go. Gone. What's the score? 0-0, guys. JK says, have you been to a game this season? Yeah, I've been to 4. Been to the FA Cup against Reading. I've been to a Carabao Cup game. I can't remember which one. And I've been to 2 Europa League games. Oh, no, sorry. Yeah, 2 Europa League games. I was at the Barcelona game and one of the group phase games of the Europa League. There's still Sevilla tickets, mate, I think. Yeah, I think there's tickets to the away game as well. I got an email about away tickets being available. I've got cup season tickets, so I get all of the home cup games. So yeah. Fernandez now ball in over the top to McTominay. Down in the corner, needs a bit of help or needs to win something. Yeah, wins a corner. Good play by McTominay. Shane is in. Good to see you, man. Only getting to tune in now. How we getting on? We're second best. We're going to be making a double substitution here. Martial and Sancho are getting stripped. We're going to have a corner first, though. Luke Shaw to swing it in. Ball swung in now. Goes short with it. Sabitzer. Cross into the box. Oh, stop! Bobbling around. They're looking for a handball. Oh, jeez. I thought there was more power on it going towards the goalkeeper, but it was an easy save in the end. Bullet of a cross by Sabitzer. Here's Newcastle coming down the left now. Slip ball through. Should go through to De Gea, and it does. Adam says, are you giving away any more subscriptions like the last game? Not this month, Adam, because I'm skint as well. So it costs me money to give them away. But anyone else in the chat, free to gift subscriptions if you want, guys. It's up to yourselves. I think we've got 19 subscribers, or 19 official channel members so far. I think if we get to 20, we get some extra badges and stickers and stuff like that. So here's Delon out. Gets to the end line. Has to check back. Gives it away. We've been so sloppy with the ball. So sloppy. No, good tackle by McTominay. Like, McTominay has been decent on the transitions, I have to say. Here's Anthony now. He's going one-on-one with Schär. Again, no options. He has to cut back. Here's Sabitzer now. Back out to Anthony. McTominay. Bruno. Gives it away. Rashford wins it back though. Nice little ball. Bruno now is in space. Oh, Sabitzer gets in the way. He's trying to slip in. Weghorst. Newcastle back in possession. Free to Newcastle. Adam says, I would love to join, but I have to pay for other things. That's no problem, Adam. No problem, pal. You can join whenever you want. There's no pressure at all. So it's going to be Anthony off, Sancho on. Let's get the players changed on the screen here on YouTube. I'm surprised with that. I thought Anthony was doing okay on the right-hand side. It's going to be Weghorst on for Martial. Martial is back, which is good to see. Newcastle are ringing in the changes here as well. So it's 0-0, guys. 62 minutes gone. All to play for. Anthony not happy, says David. Yeah, and look, I can understand why. It looks like he was relishing that battle with Dan Burn out there. Between the two of them, they looked like they were having a good competitive battle. So I'd be disappointed as well. I have no problem with players not being happy coming off the field. What I would be worried about is if players were happy to come off the field. You know what I mean? Never any issues with players not wanting to come off. Chris says, yell at Martial for wearing short sleeves and gloves. I know. I just don't understand it. I just don't get it. Ricky, thanks for the follow. Mercuria, thanks for the follow. Really appreciate it, guys. Any more word on the takeover? No, nothing yet. Just still waiting on the Glazers to make a decision on whether they're going to accept any of the bids. So we'll know more in a week or two, I'd say. Never fully inspired by Martial up top. Always saw him as a left wide player cutting in. Says Ushin. And Twigs is in. Says, come on the Reds. Good to see you, pal. But keep smashing the like button for us, guys. Closing in on 10,000 likes. Tap the screen a few times. Gets more people into the chat. Really appreciate it. Hit the follow button as well. John, thanks for following. Oh, you're leaving the ball behind you, Scott. Fuck it! Here's St. Maximum now. Good tackle again by McTominay. Does well in the end. But Newcastle are hunting in packs here, and United don't have time to breathe. Smothering us. Here's Isak now. Slips one in. Gamairash chips one to the back post. Two of them on it. Oh, it's 1-0. There you go. Fuck it anywhere. Sure, it was coming. Of course it was coming. United have been by far the second best in this, not in this second half, in this game. Newcastle deserve to be 1-0 up. They really do. They've been by far the better team. United have been going through the motions, giving the ball away needlessly, unforced errors, and they pay the price for it. Give the ball away on the edge of the box, win it back and give it away a second time. The ball eventually comes to the right hand side. The ball is chipped to the back post. There's two players unmarked waiting to get up. It's eventually St. Maximum that gets up, heads it back across the goal, and there's another free man in Willock standing in the 6-yard box just ready to nod it in. 1-0 to Newcastle. Got our work to do. We've got our work to do. We've got our work to do. Look, we call it like we see it here. Obviously, not happy with United being 1-0 down, but Newcastle deserve it. Newcastle deserve it. By far the better team. Not just in the first half, but in the second half as well. Throughout this whole game. Newcastle ringing into substitutions here. Two of them coming on. I think it's Joe Linton coming on from St. Maximum. And Anthony Gordon is going to come on as well. United only beat teams who have 9 men. Yeah, alright. Because we've played against 9 men all season. You fucking idiot. Andrew, thanks for the follow. Really appreciate it. Oshin says, I did say they'd go 1 down. Also said Weghorst and Anthony would score, and both of them are gone off. We are completely second best here. Shocking. Yep. Absolutely. Chris says, I have to be honest, De Gea needs to come and get the header from St. Maxim. Nah, I disagree with you, Chris. I disagree with you. That ball came across the goal. The goalkeeper is on the other post trying to close the angles when that cross is coming in. There's no way he makes it all the way across to St. Maximum that quickly. No way. Newcastle have definitely been the better team, says David. United seems so disjointed. Tig is in as well. Ben says we need to learn to take a long goal kick from time to time. Just change it up a bit, you know what I mean? It was only a matter of time. Knew that score, says Emily. And Adam says, we have time, don't give up hope yet. No, look, still 20 minutes, 25 minutes to go. So it looks like Rashford has gone out to the right with Sancho on the left and Anthony Martial through the middle. Man United look shaken and tired. Well, I don't know about tired, but shaken. I mean, you have no excuse to be tired. So as we stand, Newcastle go up into third on goal difference. Oh yeah. Here's Sabitzer now, bit of space to run into. Rashford running off. Little chip ball out to the left to Martial. First time for him to really get a touch on it. Back to Sancho. Sancho reverses it. Ah! Dave says they want this more and more up for it from the start. I'd have to agree with you there, Dave. Absolutely. And look, St James's Park is not an easy place to go ever, but Newcastle are a good team. You know, they are a good team and they're well coached. Eddie Howe knows what he's doing. Bruno loses out. There's 3-on-3 here. Isak gets it to Joe Linton. Oh, squares it, and Varane is there to clear the lines. Very sloppy out with Bruno. Martial now, little header down to Sancho. He gets the switch on. Delo has a bit of space here. Squares it. Sabitzer! Strike, oh, it's blocked. He goes for it the first time and he kind of didn't make up his mind. Takes the first touch and he gets a strike away eventually, but it allows the defender that bit of time to come in and make the block. Delo puts it on a play for him. Hit first time. Oh, you have the space. He takes a touch and it just attracts the defender to him. More water needed. Martial dropping out very deep. Switches it now to Luke Shaw on the left-hand side. Sancho gives it away. We've been so poor in possession. So poor. Luke Shaw just throws it straight to a Newcastle player. We get the ball back, but I mean, we've just been so sloppy. We've been giving the ball away so much today. It's just criminal. Here's McTominay now. Very positive run up the right-hand side. Really well. Gets the ball into the box. Oh, and it's a good header out for a corner. And really positive running by McTominay up the right-hand side. Big and strong. And gets a good cross in. And Botman has to commit to the header because Rashford is coming in right behind him. Nick Pope probably would have picked it up, but he couldn't take any chances. Corner to United here. Scott McTominay is holding some muscle on the back of his legs. Nice hamstring, but Luke Shaw now swings it in. Goes all the way out the back. Sancho will keep it in. Gets it back to Bruno. Cross to the back post. Varane heads it back across. Nick Pope is in a good position. Here's Anthony Gordon now. Bruno misses out. Anthony Gordon is one-on-one with Martinez. Let's see what you're made of. Squared ball. It's a corner. Delo had to deal with it at the back post. Oh, man. You stopping on after today, Jack? What does that mean, Ben? Stopping on. I don't know what that means. Sorry, pal. 15 minutes to go. United have all the work to do. Corner now is going to be swung in by Trippier. Oh, right in under the goalkeeper. De Gea! Oh, what a save! Oh, what a save onto the crossbar. And I was just about to say to Gea, where are you going with your positioning? But he pulls an absolute whirly and United are on a counter-attack. Rashford gets away to Sancho. Luke Shaw is with him. Cross to the back post. It's not deep enough. Luke! Great to see so many people in, guys. Keep hitting the follow button if you're new to the channel. De Gea was all over the place, and he has to. He kind of misjudges the flight of the corner, and he has to do a full 360 around. And when he turns, the ball is coming at him. He just gets a fingertip and touches it onto the crossbar. Jesus Christ, I'm dying here. Great save by De Gea. What an unbelievable save. Ibrahim, thanks for the follow. Really appreciate it. Jeff says the quadruple, they said. Who said that? You didn't hear anyone say that here. Quadruple, you fucking idiot. Davey, thanks for the follow. Doy, thanks for the follow. Damien, thanks for the follow. Who are United playing today? Newcastle, John. Newcastle 1-0 down. So we are. I'm afraid. Hail, hail, says Barry. After game chat, says Ben. Ben, shit. I'm after forgetting about setting it up. Apologies. I totally forgot about it. Sorry, man. I'll definitely have it set up for the next one. I promise. And no more carveries before watch-alongs either, Chris. Absolutely. Full of wind here. But apologies, yeah. I knew I was forgetting something. But I'll have it set up for the next one. Because I obviously can't set it up now that we're live. So, but we'll do it definitely for the next one. We have a podcast tomorrow night anyway, guys. Live podcast on YouTube, so make sure you're tuning in for that. Kevin, thanks for the follow. Really appreciate it. Martial was nearly got in there. Look, and we're beaten. Like, Delo beaten by Dan Burn. Now, I know he's taller, but Newcastle are away here now. The strike is a mile wide. Luke Shaw looks so much more muscular. He does. He looks shredded, in fairness to him. He does. Sean, how much we're missing Casemiro in the last game, says Kevin. Absolutely. Absolutely. Right, unknown. I have enough of you with your bullshit comments. Good luck. Here's Sancho down the right-hand side now. Back to Delo. Sancho just standing there. It's so poor. We've been so poor today. Really have. Fred and Palestri are coming on. Here's Sabitzer now. Gets it forward to Martial. Lovely little layoff. And he tries to get McTominay in. He probably would have been offside anyway. But Bruno picks up the pieces. Chips on over the top. Martial onto his left. Strike is blocked. Oh, the thought was in and it just goes wide. Oh, Martial done really well. He starts off the move and nearly finishes it. Gets it down. Lovely first touch and the strike hits off the back and the keeper is dumbfounded. Martial has played well since he came on, and that's the difference you have between him and a Weghorst, for example. You know. Rice is going to have a field day after this show, says Chris. Right, McTominay is off. For Fred. Palestri is on for Martinez. Jesus. And yeah, Eric Ten Hag is going for it here. He's bringing off. I can't figure this out. So he's bringing off both centre backs, both Varane and Martinez, and putting on Lindelof, and probably going with a 3 at the back. Can't figure that out. Well, we're going for it. Looks like it. Looks like we're going for it. Let's try that. Let's try that. So yeah, United, yeah, it looks like Ten Hag is going for it here. Really does. And we're going 3 at the back. I can see Lindelof going like that. And Martinez is not happy, smashing the chair. He's not happy to be substituted. Here's Newcastle coming down the left-hand side now. Jesus, United are all over the place here. Here's Newcastle in down the right-hand side, and it's a corner. United are all over the place ever since we made these changes. We're so open at the back. And I know we have to go for it, you'd have to say it, but my God. Corner now. At the back post. Headed down. United can't get a header on it. Newcastle still have it. Ball chipped back in. And it's wide. Liam says, out of curiosity, what app to use for the green screen? Streamlabs OBS. United are all over the place here. Sancho flicking balls again, giving it away. I'm running out of patience with Sancho. I really, really am running out of patience with Jadon Sancho. Is Fred playing? Yeah, he is. Ollie, thanks for the follow. Esketon, thanks for the follow. Megs, thanks for the follow. Really appreciate it, guys. Nathan, Josh, Stephen, Ifel, Sam, thanks for the follow, guys. Really appreciate it. Barry says if Sancho was any good, City wouldn't have let him go for free. Kind of reminds you of Pogba with United, doesn't it? Free kick in now. Header, 2-0. Game over. No heart, no hunger, no desire. Just easy for Newcastle. Just easy. Cross into the box from a free. No one challenging with him. In the 6-yard box on his own. Callum Wilson just gets up and heads it in. David De Gea can't do anything about it. 2-0. Newcastle go into third. United into fourth. Reality check. Hunger, desire. None of it today. None of it. 2-0 to Newcastle. Ian, I'll have one for you in the pub. Ian from Austin. Ian, I'm going myself. The second this is over, I'm going. So, I'll have one as well, pal. Are you Irish? I am. Poor performance. I said it before the game. This was going to be a very difficult day. And we were going to have to be on it to get anything from the game. And we weren't. We were the complete opposite of on it. I think that's off it, if I'm correct. Giving the ball away, unforced errors, no fucking heart, no desire, bullshit flicks, tricks, fucking just really, really poor. Newcastle are coming again. They're in again here. It's a corner. Niall says Sancho's not going to make it as a United player. Time to cash in. I think you could be right, Niall. I said it a few weeks ago to give him another season. And I probably would still say that. But he's going to have to impress me a lot between now and the end of the season for me to not change my mind. Corner swung in now. United clear their lines eventually. Fred and Bruno come away up the line. And look at this. Bruno trying to nutmeg a lad on the halfway line when you're losing. Jesus, that's the shit that annoys me, boy. Protect the ball. Oh, good man, Rashford. Just pass it to the goalkeeper. Good man. What's the goal difference? Might come down to that for third and fourth. Oisín, man, don't even ask. Don't even ask. Our goal difference is embarrassing. Our goal difference is +4 and Newcastle is +22. If it was going by goal difference, we would be in 9th place if the table was gone on goal difference. 9th place. Our goal difference is embarrassing. And it just goes to show how much we need a number 9. We're so desperate for a number 9, it's not even funny. No decent striker at United outside Rashford, who's not a striker, and Toothless in the midfield today, says Nick. Couldn't agree with you more, pal. Couldn't agree with you more. Look, I'm not going to get too carried away here either. Still a long way to go, and like we've got 11 games to go after this, and they've got a lot tougher of a run in than we do. And I said before the game it wasn't going to be easy. But you lose in the right way. You know what I mean? And United just capitulated today. No hunger, no desire, no fight, no nothing about them. Fucking a load of nothing is all they had. And that's the kind of mentality you need to build. You know, you can have, like, I go back and I've been saying it for weeks and weeks. Ten Hag is working wonders with this team. He really is. And I don't think, I'm not going to say we're fortunate, like, but we really, really need to learn how to control games and, you know, dictate the tempo. And jeez, they nearly scored again. We've got a lot to learn. And look, it's been a positive season so far, you'd have to say. And we're not going to we're not going to get overly negative on the back of a bad result like this. But the games that we have lost this season, like we haven't lost games by being unlucky or the opposition team nicking a goal at the end or something like that. The games we've lost this season, we've bloody lost them. You know what I mean? We've been shit poor. And that's the worry that I have. And that's what we need to improve going forward. We need to, if we're going to lose games, you lose with a bit of heart and a bit of desire and a bit of fight. You know what I mean? So that's the worry that I have on the back of today's result. Right, Stevie, I've enough of you spamming the chat, you dickhead. On your jog. Josh said, well, at least we're better than Liverpool. Well, that's true. Every cloud has a silver lining, I suppose. Davis says, you can now concentrate on your title challenge. That makes no sense. This is in the league, you dickhead. Oh, some people on this app are so stupid. It's not even funny. But there it is. 2-0, guys. Well-deserved win for Newcastle. Really was. I have to say it. They deserve it. They really do deserve it. You're not going to hear any excuses here on this channel. Newcastle, by far the better team today. By far the better team. If we're to take the positives out of this game, there is none. There we go. So yeah, look. Poor performance. Like I said it before the game that this wasn't going to be an easy game. It really wasn't. But I also said that if you're going to lose, you lose in the right way. You know, you lose with heart, you lose with desire, you lose with a bit of fighting spirit. And United had none of that today. Just poor from minute 1 to minute 95, whatever it was. And, you know, it's disappointing to see when you're missing one player, you know, and I'm not harping back on Casemiro because the players on the pitch have to take responsibility. There was flashes of okayness in the game, but the majority of it, United were absolutely terrible. They really were. When you look at, you know, Shaw only played one game in the Euros. Sabitzer only played one game, in the qualifiers. Sabitzer only played one game. Rashford didn't play at all. Who else? Bruno played at all. Martial is not in the international setup. Varane is retired. David De Gea is not in it. You know, all of these players should be coming in here today, fresh, fighting, ready to go. And they weren't. You know what I mean? And it goes to show, one, how good of a player Casemiro is, but you can't be relying on him. You know, other players have to step up to the mark. And there's been too many times this season where we haven't. Like I said, I think when we've lost games this season, we've lost them badly. You know, they haven't all been heavy results. Like, okay, 2-0, you don't want to be losing 2-0, but this game could have been more than 2-0. It could have been 3 or 4. You know what I mean? So when we lose bad. But look, I mean, a long way to go left in the season. What have we got? 11 games. Newcastle go ahead of us in the league on goal difference. They've got a much tougher run-in than we do. Like if we look at their run-in, they've got West Ham, Brentford, Aston Villa. Then they go to Spurs, Everton, Southampton. Then it's Arsenal, Leeds, Leicester, and Chelsea. So that's their fixture list for the run-in. And for United then, United's run-in is, let me see, Brentford, Everton, Forest, Spurs, Villa, Brighton, West Ham, Wolves, Bournemouth and Fulham. So United do have the easier running. But look, even if we look at, who's behind us in the table, Spurs are now 1 point behind us, but we do have a game in hand. And Brighton have a game in hand on us. I think they're playing tomorrow night, are they? And they're 6 points behind us. So look, United need to bounce back, and they need to bounce back fast. Not a good day at the office today, and I try and be optimistic and positive before games, and I'll always kind of go with a United win in my score predictions, but in the back of my mind I was saying I'll take a draw here today. I knew how difficult this game was going to be. I really did, and not a good day at the office. So look, United need to bounce back. A lot of questions need to be answered, and I think a lot of players there need to kind of have a look at themselves and say, am I good enough to play at this level? Because there's still a lot of them that are not. You know what I mean? But look, there's another rebuild coming in the summer. The next part of it, we've got a really good manager. There's reasons to be optimistic and to be positive. And we always try and finish on a positive note here. That performance wasn't. But Premier League is back and United are back playing. And the games are going to come thick and fast again, as we know. Our next game is in 3 days' time. So we're playing on Wednesday night at 8 o'clock at home to Brentford in the league. And then on Saturday, we've got Everton at 12:30, the early kickoff. So we need to bounce back on the training ground, get their heads right. Let's go again. Guys, I appreciate everyone who's watched. To all of the new followers on TikTok, I appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, hit the follow button. Do all of the watch-alongs throughout the season. Daily content. I really do appreciate it. Closing in on 30,000 followers. To anybody that's watched on TikTok, on YouTube, any new subscribers, you're more than welcome to the channel. Anyone on TikTok, if you want to subscribe to the YouTube channel as well, link is on the homepage. We'll be back tomorrow morning with our news show and at 10 a.m. and then we'll have our live podcast tomorrow night at either 7:30 or 8. I'm not sure yet. So if anybody watching on TikTok, if you think you'd enjoy the news show every morning, Monday to Friday, make sure you're subscribing to the YouTube channel because we only do that on YouTube. Like I said, link is on the homepage. And like I said, we only do our podcast live on YouTube as well. So make sure you're subscribing for that. But I appreciate everyone who's liked, followed, shared, subscribed, commented, super chats. Dale, I appreciate it. Any new members, if you want to become a member, link is in the description for some extra content. But I appreciate it, guys. Until tomorrow, take care. Come on, United.